What's up, guys? Welcome back to Simply FPL. It's time for another team reveal, but it's a bit different today. Get asked this question quite a lot. Is it possible to build a team with 4 premiums? The short answer is yes, it is possible, but it's not something I do. But yeah, I gave it a crack. So yeah, let's have a look at what I've done. Now, before I actually do get into the team, I've spent pretty much the entire morning trying to design some new thumbnails for YouTube. So if you've clicked on this video and you've seen the thumbnail, please give me your opinions. If you think they are terrible or it is terrible, please let me know you hate it, because I'm just going to keep trying to make new ones until one kind of sticks. So yeah, have a look at, if you get a chance, have a look at my previous thumbnails, have a look at this one, and yeah, all comments appreciated. But yeah, let's get straight into the team. So there's the fixtures. Unlike my first video of the season, I have put the correct fixtures in this time. So yeah, first of all, the 4 premiums. I've gone with the 4 main premiums that I think people are probably going to get if they go for this strategy. Alexander-Arnold, Salah, Fernandes and Kane. Now, combined, that's 44.5 million. So you've almost spent half of your budget on 4 players. So this is really why it's not a great idea to use this as a strategy. Now, look, at the end of most seasons, a lot of us do have 4 premiums, but that's usually because by the end of the season, our team value is often worth 105 to 110 million. I think I finished last season on about 108 million. So you've got that extra money by the end of the season from players' values going up that you can often afford a 4th premium. But at the start of the season with only 100 million, I don't recommend spending 45% of your budget on 4 players. But there they are. So first thing you need to understand if you're going to go for 4 premiums is it's not going to be possible to have 15 playing players. You're going to have some players that are just pretty much going to be on the bench every week until you either change the strategy or yeah, or until they become players who do play, which generally doesn't happen. So the non-playing players, we've gone for 2 of them. Now, I know, I actually know a couple of Norwich fans, and they believe Gilmore's going to play every week. So I wouldn't necessarily call him a non-playing player, more a low point scorer. I'd imagine he's not going to get too many attacking returns, and obviously he's a midfielder, so there's no clean sheets. So you're not going to want to play him. Similar to the likes of like a Kante. Clearly a world-class player, but no good for FPL. I imagine Gilmore's going to fit into that type of player. And then Davis, Aston Villa, I mean, he's going to get you no points. So look, you can potentially go for 3 non-playing outfield players if you want the extra budget, but defenders, because the £4 million defender, you can go from a non-playing to a playing with $500,000. It's probably worth keeping that extra sub. So yeah, we've gone for 2 non-playing players, and we'll have 5 defenders who do play. And the goalkeepers, same goalkeepers I've had and probably will have in most of my videos. Same main goalkeeper of Sanchez. Now, the reason I've gone Foster, you'll see in a moment, but he's not a playing player. We'll just have Sanchez every single week, similar to what we did with Martinez last season, until there's a wild card, and then you might consider changing him. But I'm never a fan of leaving money on the bench with goalkeepers. Pick the guy you think is going to get you the most clean sheets for between now and, I don't know, game week 10, game week 12, when you might use your wild card. Just stick with him every week. He'll average around the same points as most of the goalkeepers who you might be eyeing up. Always happens that way. And that's why £4.5 million goalkeepers often finish at the top or near the top at the end of the season. So next, the defenders. Here they are. Now, I know the first thing you're going to say is you can't have 3 Brighton defenders / goalkeepers. Let's go straight to White. So obviously he's linked with Arsenal at the moment. I believe Everton are also linked with him, but it looks like he's probably going to go to Arsenal. I probably won't have White in my... If I did 4 premiums, I probably wouldn't have Ben White in the team if he was still at Brighton. So for the purpose of this video, we're just going to assume that he's gone to Arsenal, let's say. So as far as I'm concerned, doing this, he's an Arsenal player. So £4.5 million, he's going to play every week at Arsenal if they sign him. Not a bad option. And then Lamptey, such an attacking threat. Now, he only played, it was 850 minutes or something like that. It was just less than 10 games last season combined due to injuries. So the 10 games he played, though, like he got a couple of assists, did he get a couple of goals? His points per game average was pretty good. He was very attacking, got quite unlucky a lot of the time as well. Kind of like Luca Digne, like putting amazing balls in constantly and just no one on the end of them. And the few times they get shots away, they just don't end up in the net for whatever reason. But 4.5 million, I'd say Lamptey's going to be on a fair few teams at the start of the season. And look, if you're using 4 premiums, you're going to have to go for those £4.5 million defenders. As you can see, I've obviously gone for all 4 of them. I've got no spare budget after this team. So yeah, instead of, you could potentially drop one of your 4.5 millions to a 4 million and upgrade one to 5. But I kind of like these 4 defenders at 4.5. I probably would go for 4 of these rather than 3 playing defenders, with one being 5 million. And Fofana, I'm not sure there's a huge amount to say about Fofana. He's probably going to be in my actual team. He's in pretty much every draft I do. So yeah, 4.5 million. Leicester, if they have another good start to the season like they have done the last couple of seasons, he's barely nailed to play. He's a bit attacking. Probably get you some returns. And also has a fairly good start to the season as well. And Ayling, so look, Dallas isn't a defender anymore on FPL, as we consider him. Not that he'd be 4.5 million, but Ayling obviously is. Now, not as attacking as the likes of Dallas, because Dallas was obviously playing in midfield, but to be honest, there's only maybe the goalkeeper and 1 or 2 of their defenders who are not attacking. Every other player on the Leeds team is attacking. They're all attacking. So yeah, if Leeds keep a few clean sheets, Ayling's got just as much chance of getting on the score sheet or getting an assist as most of the Leeds players. So again, we'll harp on this 4.5 million. We have to go budget to get 4 premiums. And this is the defence I'd go for. And it by itself, even if you weren't doing 4 premiums, this defence, it looks all right. I don't hate it, again, assuming White does go to Arsenal. It's an all right defence. So, yeah, drop your thoughts about the defence in the comments below for sure. So, the rest. So, 2 midfielders, 1 attacker. We've managed to fit Jota in. So, I think every team has to have 3 Liverpool players at the start of the season. I mean, they've got such unbelievable fixtures. Van Dijk's probably going to be back playing. They're going to have a really good team. I'm hoping Firmino's going to get dropped a little bit more and Jota's going to play. And for 7.5 million, I mean, yeah, like it's worth a punt. If he plays, he's a bargain. If he doesn't play, obviously he's expensive. So this is all going to come down to whether or not Jota gets the minutes. Because if he does get the minutes, he should be 9.5, 10 million. That no one can doubt that a striker for Liverpool shouldn't be that price. And even Firmino, who does not get many attacking returns, considering how many attacking returns like the likes of Salah and Mane get, even he's priced in the 9.5, 10 millions the last few seasons. So yeah, Jota at 7.5 could be an absolute bargain if he gets the minutes. And then Harrison. So again, assuming, I'm not sure if it's signed, sealed, delivered yet, but I believe he's pretty much guaranteed to go back to Leeds. So we're assuming he's at Leeds and not still at City. And if he is at Leeds, 6 million. If you can't quite afford the Rafinha upgrade, or even in its own right, it's maybe a good signing by itself. But the Leeds midfielders between those two, I've gone on enough about them in the last couple of videos, so I'm not going to do it again. But yeah, they definitely make the cut. And then Tony up front for Brentford. I've been said you're not pronouncing the name right. I'm not sure how, is it Tony? I don't even know, but I'll continue to call him Tony. 6.5 million, scoring goals for fun in the Championship. Will it translate to the Premier League? I don't know. But yeah, if it does, he'll be an absolute bargain. It'll be either him or Pukki, except Pukki obviously has 4 of the hardest games to the start of the season. So by game week 5, I'd imagine Pukki will be in most teams. So look, not an easy challenge putting a team together with 4 premiums. If you can do a better job, do let me know. I'm always happy to read. And I actually think this team turned out better than I thought it would with 4 premiums. I thought we were going to have a lot of kind of dead players that are not going to get us anything, when we actually can field 11 players who could get us points every week. So sure, maybe we'll consider it. Maybe not. And yeah, just to line out on game week 1, this is probably how we go. So we go the flat 4-4-2. Again, White, we're assuming, is playing Brentford. If he goes to Arsenal, Alexander-Arnold against Norwich, Fofana, Wolves, and Lamptey, Burnley. That could be 4 clean sheets. Like, that's not a bad defense, with obviously Sanchez playing Burnley as well. The midfield looks strong. Captain Salah, probably a no-brainer. I've said it before. And then up front, Harry Kane. He might not be at Tottenham. He might be at City. If Kane's at City, I mean, he's going to be in pretty much everyone's team, and it might kind of ruin FPL, because surely everyone's going to captain him every week. yeah, that would be interesting. We could almost do an entire video on that if City do sign him. But if not, obviously he's going to be playing City for Tottenham, and then Tony against Arsenal. So, look, happy enough with that. It's not a strategy I'm going to be doing myself, but I have been asked about it a few times. So, look, the next couple of weeks, like, there's not a huge amount to really talk about other than kind of just, this is a new team I've thought of, this is another team I've thought of. So I'll probably do a few more of these videos. So if you've got any ideas, like, I don't know, someone else said, can you do a team with 5, like, expensive defenders, for instance, or a team with only 1 attacker? Like, drop them in the comments. I'm happy to tinker with the teams based on what you think you want to see. And yeah, it gives me ideas to kind of do videos. So that is it for now, and we will see you in another video. Take it easy, guys.